Hello friends, Arthur here, and this is Black and White ZSL track review part 3, and we start with Oh No, My ROOOK by Not That Guy and Diabler. And usually you expect some kind of new or unexpected mechanic from Diabler, but well, this is pretty interesting solid map. The only things that change, it's like the figures from chessboard are disappearing, so it's not like from drive mechanics something crazy, but in terms of decoration, in terms of the vision, it's very nice. Beautiful track, nothing really hard, everything is almost like straightforward. You have plenty of time to react on scene, so very nice, smooth track with very nice and beautiful decoration. Achromatic Entanglement by Monochrome. And when you start, it seems very hard, especially the start itself, where you like starting from wall ride and then you go from one wall ride to another. But because it's not really fast transitions, it's not really fast speed, you're doing all of that, it's not really hard. So this is a track from like it seems harder than it's in reality. So yeah, I like it. There's some transition could be hard or consider as a speed checks. If you burn your tires, slightly drift, probably you won't be able to finish it like with bronze medal. But overall, nice track. Spectre by Incantation of Hell. Slightly confusing, pretty hard track in terms of transitions and unexpected ice parts. While there a good point that there are a lot of signs how and where you need to do, and like all speed checks, everything are pretty obvious, but still some transitions, some lines are quite hard. For me especially, I didn't manage them from my first attempt, but like from second, third, it's pretty when you realize where you need to look and what to expect, this track become not easy but medium one, but I believe most problem caused by ice. But again, you know how I don't love ice. Stuck in Monochrome by Macchizi, and we start with wood, which I wouldn't say monochrome, but as of track, some lines are I would say advanced or hard. You need to know where and how you need to go, jump or do. I honestly don't think that for average player it is possible to do from first attempt, because there are some changes, some lines that again for me was really hard to react on my first attempt, but after a couple tries I find the way how to do it. Still think the track is pretty hard one, but doable. TrustInTheForce-Sometimes by Robin, and very tricky, I would say slightly trolling map because of all transparent lines, unexpected changes on the track. The idea is interesting and fun, but for the ZSL I would say visually hard. As of track, I would say this is a 20 seconds track, because honestly you can see after like checkpoint 2 around 20 seconds you just do AFK, you're not steering at all and you go to the finish. So like say like 12 seconds of the track, it's like you do nothing. Grace by Space Cat, and this is great decoration, great idea, like I believe it's like game box or something like that from like old games where it's like black and white on a gray screen. You play, it's like 2D game and you were in 3D world. So pretty cool, nice idea. As of track, it's not really hard. I would say the one of the problem is blind jump, where you need to go left and you basically don't realize about it. There's no arrows, nothing. Then probably you need to brake when you go on, let's say, pipe and level 2, checkpoint 2, which again, after that, it's not really hard going straight forward for like 15 seconds doing nothing, and after that you just need to find the perfect braking point to save time and not to crash after that. And on level 3 just go into the finish. Hypno up, Hypno down by Maxi 12. And quite advanced track, especially at the beginning. This is annoying, like half-pipe loop, which probably you need to know how to do it. After that, there is like a big, smooth turn, which I found you can easily do with like steer limiter 50 or 60. Then there is like a loop with the guideline dots and some really painful transition into the wall ride, which if you do correctly, it's fine, pretty easy, except that some part is narrow one. But I was struggling several times. I was falling off from transition on the first part of this board and couldn't handle to go higher to checkpoints. Rainbow Ridge by Saint Nick. And for me, it's quite tricky track, and not because it's hard or like have some really bad tricks or complicated ones. It's pretty straightforward track. There's no hard element. The only things that I possibly could say semi-hard, it's a constant change of surfaces from like grass to other slippery surfaces, so it's not always consistent, so you need to be aware of that. But my problem is that I really can't find the proper line or proper trajectory there just to be fast enough to do it in a decent time. I even can't do it in bronze medal, so something wrong with me. At least we all know that this track can be done on almost any speed. Parallel Excursions by a broken fork sleeve, and I have the same problem as on previous Saint Nick track. I can't find the proper line, proper way, but this track seems way harder because of line that is after use for this track. They're not obvious. They sometimes have really sharp changes, and there are several elements where if you're doing badly, you definitely can't finish it. You can consider them as a speed check. Especially very tricky moment at the end, jump to checkpoint 8. If you go far left, you probably won't be able to jump into the finish, so you really need to aim to center or right just to have decent momentum on the last jump to the finish. So medium hard one with some really cool tricks. Midland by Lexer, and this is quite normal track with several tricks, but not really hard one. I would say the hardest is blind jump at the beginning with proper landing to go wall right and go down, but there's big platform, so you have plenty room to jump or to land. It's more standard track where it's first half of the track, it's all about building the speed. So you want to be, I would say, faster in speed rather than faster in time. And it will give you the more boost at the end. The track itself looks really okay. No really hard elements and speed checks. So very nice, cozy track, love it. Okay guys, that was all tracks for part 3. Hope you love it. Leave your comments what your favorite tracks, what you want to play more, and see you next time.